How you going, everyone? This is Power DX7. If you can hear me, promise you. Hi, everyone. You can hear me okay? All right. I just want to make sure that everything working okay. Can you hear me? Also, can you hear the DX7 sound? Electric piano sound. Can you hear me? If everything okay, then we can start. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Excellent. Excellent. Yes, last week I tried the live stream for the first time and it was with too many difficulties and it was 1 hour late. But this time, looks like everything working perfectly. So this is the session that I ran last week. It's going to be the same sessions, but because I wanted to make sure I want to do it right this time. So thank you for joining in for this. I guess depending on time zone, it could be morning, evening. Where you live could be summer. Here in Australia, it's winter. Anyway, so thank you very much for joining me today. And so we're gonna go through really important things to basically to come up with a way to create a new electric piano patch. Okay, so just to quickly go over what we've learned so far in terms of the tutorial videos that I posted many weeks ago. It's the comparison of E.Piano and the fluting, so you can see on the screen here. So we're gonna quickly go through just for the E.Piano patch sound, E.Piano patch, I guess you can say parameters. All right, so now algorithm, the electric piano, the famous DX7 E.Piano patch uses algorithm 5, which has 3 independent towers. Now feedback is set at 6, and the frequency or oscillator. Now the main part of the electric piano, it's that bit of that metallic tone, and which is generated from the operator 2, and the ratio is set for 14.00. So the detune, now you got 3 carriers operator, and you can make a really nice detune, so the chorusing effect. Very nice and smooth. The envelope generator. Now we learned that the electric piano patch uses 2 decay type envelopes. That means you got level 1 and level 2, and then level 3 is 0. So you got 1, 2, that's decay. So that's that's a more complex and that's single decay type that we've found in the tube bellows patch. The keyboard rate scaling, everything's set at 3, so all the operators is 3. So it's kind of medium. So when you press key from lower note, higher note, the shortenings is kind of medium range. The output level, now operator 2 is only 58, so operator 2, remember from that previous discussion, the operator 2 is the one that generated the sharp metallic tone, but it's set at 58, so the modulation is very, very small, so you can only hear a tiny bit, so it's not necessarily very, very sharp or obvious. Yep, so you can't really, it's hard to hear sometimes. Now the keyboard velocity sensitivity. Now the all operators have a different settings, and the one thing that that you have to remember is that the operator 5 is set at 0, so it doesn't have any keyboard velocity sensitivity. So that's the summary of the electric piano patch. Now we're gonna go through the fun part to make an improvement of that E.Piano patch. Okay. So which one is that? All right. So this is what we're gonna go through today. So what we are going to do is to develop a plan of attack in terms of making changes or making improvement or making new sound, and then okay, sorry, I have to restart that. This is something problems that video file, so just a moment. Let's see, QuickTime. Just relaunching QuickTime, sorry about that. Okay. Here you go. So we're gonna make an improvement for that electric piano patch. Now is everything working okay? Okay. Yeah. In terms of planning, as we know that it uses algorithm 5, and you got 3 independent towers. But what we want to do is to look at the way to make it more sharper and have a solid attack tones. So this is it's very similar to what we've done with the tube bells improvement. So first we will check envelopes, because that's the easiest way to make changes in terms of having a sharper and solid attack. Now, so that to make sure that we want to make sure the envelope is set for that. And we know that the electric piano patch has 2 decay type envelopes, so we don't need to make any changes at the moment. So next thing is that we have to think about how we can add a solid attack tone. So if you remember what we did in the tube bells improvement, we basically we basically created the additional modulator and used the additional modulator to create a hammer tone. So that's right. So having an additional modulator, and so what we need to do is we need to look at the algorithm interchangeability. What it means is that we have to find the algorithm that can be easily swapped between those two. So for example, algorithm 5 with minimum changes. So this is a similar exercise that we're going to go through, like what we did with the tube bells tutorials. So we're going to look at the different algorithm and see which one's going to be the best one for us to use. So we are looking at algorithm 7, 8, and 9. Now you notice that there is three operators stacked. So there's got the tower with three operators stacked, and it can generate higher harmonic rich sound. So basically it's like a sawtooth sound, and we don't necessarily need that kind of algorithm here. So we can discount those algorithms. Now we can look at the algorithm 12 and 13. Now you can see the similarity and the differences between the algorithm 5 and the algorithm 12 and 13. So algorithm 12 and 13, now you see they have only 2 carriers and 4 modulators, so you got extra modulators. And if you notice that operator 4, 5, 6, all of them, it's connected to carrier operator 3, and it basically auto modulation going to operator 3. So in terms of what we want to use, which algorithm we want to use, we can, if you look at the algorithm 5, and basically we want to pick the ones that are most similar to algorithm 5. So in this case, if you look at that, then that's going to be algorithm 13, because at the operator 1 and 2 are the same, operator 3 and 4, it's very similar. You just got the algorithm 5 and 6 modulating operator 3. Operator 5 and 6 modulating operator 3. Now the operator 6 for both algorithms, it's got the feedback loop. That's right, feedback loop. So that's basically a very, very similar algorithm. So we're going to use algorithm 13. Yes, my choice is algorithm 13. Okay, so now we know which algorithm to use. We can start making changes. So let's get our hands dirty. And now, so if you got the DX7 or compatible synthesizers, we need to go into the algorithm screen first, and we're going to change the algorithm. So for the DX7, it's going to be pressing edit buttons and then button 7. Yeah, you got that. So that's right. And we're going to change algorithm to 13. So you can use the slider or +1 buttons. Now, once you select it, and once you are selected, let's press a key. So what's happening now is that because operator 5 is set at 99, its output, so that it's got too much modulation going on, and so that basically you hear this very, very modulated sound, you can say. So, but at the moment we've changed the algorithm, and then now we got the extra modulator, so that's going to be operator 5, and so we can do further editing of this sound. So it's not perfect, but that's okay, we can make changes. Okay, so now we can create hammer tone using operator 5, and we will apply that what we've learned from the tube bells improvement. So if you remember how we created the hammer tone, we basically use that same approach for this electric piano patch. So turn on operator 3 and 5, and you can turn off other operators, and basically press button 17, and we're going to go through that the frequency ratio fixed frequency. So let's do that. So you can turn off other operators. So you only have operator 3 and 5, so it sounds like this at the moment. Now press 17 and you get to frequency ratio. Now, so select operator 5. So you should see operator 5 frequency ratio setting screen. Sorry. So press +1 button and change the frequency ratio to fix the frequency. Let's do that. Now we've done that. Then you can press buttons 18. And it's at the moment it's set as 10 Hertz, and then we're gonna change that to 100 Hertz. So by pressing +1 button. Okay, so this is what you should get when you change it from 10 Hertz to 100 Hertz. Okay, so once you've got that, we can move to next. Now, the next one is to press button 19. And so we are in the frequency fine screen. So we're gonna make a fine adjustment to the frequency. So we're gonna set it to 158.5 Hertz. So let's do that. So you can use slider to get the 150 or something like that. And you just adjust it by the pressing -1 or +1 buttons. Okay, so you got the 158.5 Hertz, and this is what you will hear. Now, what you're hearing at the moment is that it's got a very, very long decay envelope. Because hammer tone, it's basically just a crank, just a short attack tone. So what we need to do is to change envelopes to fix that. So that's okay. So if you hear sounds like this, don't worry, we can make it, we can fix that. Sorry. Okay, so what we're gonna do is to press button 21 and 22 and use operator select button to see how operator 5 envelope is set. So let's do that. 21, 22. Now, what you see on the screen is the result of that, just checking that the operator 5 envelope. So what you see here is that the rate 1 is 95, rate 2 is 20, which is very, very slow. That means you got the very, very long decay. So if you look at level 2, it's set to 95. So you got from level 1 to level 2, it's just a slight dip in the envelope, and you have a very, very long decay after that. So what we're gonna do is make it a very, very short envelope. So we only need one decay type envelope. That means we only need to have level 1, and level 2 can be 0. So we can change it from the 2 decay type envelope to a single decay fast envelope. Okay, so you can see clearly. So what we're gonna do is make change to rate 2 and the level 2 only. So we don't have to touch anything else. Okay, so let's do that. So go to rate 2. Now at the moment it's set at 20, so we're gonna make it to 78. Once you've done that, then you can move to level 2. Let's move to level 2. At the moment, set it to 95, and we're gonna make a change. We're gonna set it to 0. It's pretty easy. Just put the slider down to the bottom, and you get the 0. Now let's listen to that operator 5 sound. hammer-like tone. Nice and short envelopes. Excellent. So that's what we've done. So far so good. So let's recap what we did. We changed the algorithm from 5 to 13. We changed the operator's 5 frequency from ratio to fixed, and we changed that to 158.5 Hertz. The operator 5 envelopes, it changed from a longer sustained envelope to a hammer tone, so it's a short envelope. Now let's put all the operators on and then listen to the overall sound. As you can hear, it doesn't really have a nice smooth chorusing effect that original sounds had, so we have to make a change to that. Now we will also adjust the output levels for operator 5 as well as operator 2 metallic tone. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make change to chorus effect and adjust the output level. Okay, when you're ready, we can start. Oops. All right. So what I wanted to show you is the what's it called? That's right, detune. So setting of the detune for that electric piano sound. So overall chorus effect is generated by operators 1, 3, 4, and 6. Now we will change all those the detune for the those operators detune, and then make sure that it's have a nice smooth chorus effect. So at the moment, if you look at this table, operator 1 is set +3, operator 3 is 0, operator 4 is 0, and operator 6 is +7. Now, the reason why we don't need to worry about operator 5 is that because it uses fixed frequency, so it doesn't really affect the whether you're going to change the detune from +7 to -7. It's not going to affect the sound. The operator 2, because it's a sharper metallic tone, we don't necessarily need to change that detune either. So let's have a look. Alright. So and the trick for creating a nice detuning or the chorusing effect on the DX7 is that when you look at the algorithm and it's using a certain algorithm, you want to start with carrier operators, because carrier operators generate sine wave and you want to have a nice sine wave chorusing effect, so it gives a nice warm and rich chorusing effect. So you can start focusing on from carrier operators, then you can move to modulator operators. So let's start with the operators 1 and 3, so they are carrier operators. Okay, so we can turn on just 1 and 3, and then we can turn off other operators. And then let's hear that those the chorusing effect of those operators. Chorus effect, it's a bit slow, so you have a very big kind of overlapping, and it takes a while to get to the overlap again, going quiet and the overlap again. So we're gonna change it that it's not necessarily, I think it's a bit too slow for that electric piano sound. So this is operator 3, operator 1 setting of the detune. So operator 1 is +3, operator 3 is 0. So at the moment operator 1 is +3, so we're going to make a bit more, higher value. So sorry, no, actually we're going to decrease the operators. So that's okay. Yeah, so we're going to decrease operator 3 detune by 1 increment, and we're going to try to find that optimal spot. So let's go to operator 3 first. This is operator 3, set 0 at the moment. So let's put it to -1. You can hear the chorus effects get faster. It's faster again. Now it's more fast. It's much faster. So I think this is a nice speed for the chorus effect. We're gonna keep that as -3. And now we can try on that operator 1. So select operator 1. At the moment it's set up to +3. So we're gonna increase that operator 1 detune by 1 increment. So what we wanna do is just slowly increase or decrease and find the sweet spot. Yes, this is more of art than science. You just trying to listen to the sound and find a better chorus effect. So at the moment this is +3. Okay, so let's increase to +4. Now the chorusing effects get faster. Now it's much faster, and that's probably nice. Probably that sweet spot. So we got operator 1 is +5, and operator 3 is -3. Okay. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we covered that. Now we will move to modulators. So we have to keep the operator 1 and 3 on. And let's turn on operator 4 and 6. Yeah, so turns operators 1, 3, 4 and 6 only. So at the moment, just move the thing around. At the moment, operator 1 is set at +5. Yes, we just did that. And operator 3 is set at -3. Yes, we just did that. Operator 4 is 0. Operator 6 is +7. Now, so as operator 6 detune is too high, we will reduce it by 1 increment to make chorus effect smoother. So before doing that, let's listen to the sounds. Just operator 1, 3, 4, 6 on. So select operator 6. And at the moment this is +7. We're gonna reduce that to +6. Still having this wow kind of chorus effect. So I'm gonna reduce to +5. Getting better. Bit more smoother, and we can this is +4. Yeah, it's getting much smoother. +3. And this is going to be +2. This is much smoother. It doesn't have this kind of wow that effect. So this is really good spot. So we're gonna set it as +2 for operator 6. Now we're gonna move it to operator 4. Now we will keep operator 4 at 0 because we kind of fixed that wow effect by just adjusting operator 6. So we're going to keep it as it is. Now if we need to change later on, we can go back to do that, but we're going to keep it as it is at the moment. Alright, so now we fixed that detune. So let's listen to the overall sound by turning on all the operators. Now it's still not quite right, and so we have to do more adjustment so that we can fine tune it and make it better. So what is that? What do we need to adjust? Now we know that the overall chorus effect is much better than before making those adjustments. It has solid attack tone, yes, but there seems to be too much hammer tone with no expressiveness. So when you press really soft, you can pretty much hear that hammer tone is no expressiveness, yes, because there's no key velocity, sensitivity is set for the operator 5, and operator 5's output hasn't been changed. So, and on top of that, the sound still lacks a sharp metallic tone that we want to have. So this is already a soft electric piano, so we want to change that. Yeah, and there seems to be too much sustained tone. Yeah, this is a bit of still have the chorus effect is smooth, but I think it's got too much sustained tone, so we have to adjust that. So just a moment. Okay, so we look at keyboard rate scaling and adjust the output level and the key velocity sensitivity. So those are 3 priority parameters that we need to fix before we can finish making that sound. Alright, so key velocity sensitivity, keyboard rate scaling. Now press buttons 26 and use the operator select button to go through each operator. Now we know that all the operators set at 3. Now the problem with this setting is that operator 5, now we created the hammer tone using operator 5, and the hammer tone is not necessarily have this bigger shortening, so it's pretty much constant from lower key to higher key, so it should have a consistent envelope. So basically we need a minimum shortening of the hammer tone at higher notes, and so we can change the operator 5's key scaling to +1. So instead of 3 at the moment, to 1. So select operator 5, and we're going to adjust that to just 1 for operator 5. It's very straightforward. So that's what we did. So operator 5 should be 1. Now press button 27 and use operator select button to go through each operator. So we're going to move to output level, and we're going to go through it quickly, and I'll put the table for you so we clearly see what's going on. Now, so operator 1 is 99, operator 2 is at the moment it's 58, operator 3 is 99, operator 4 is 89, operator 5 is 99, and operator 6 is 79. So we're going to make changes as you can see from the table here. So we're going to go through each operator and make changes. So that's right, we're going to change operator 2 first because this is the easiest. We just have to put more sharp metallic tone. So let's say change it from 65, 70, 75, 80 to 85. Let's try that. At the moment, that's what you hear. So the sharp metallic tone is very, very quiet. So let's say, let's try 65. Let's try 65. And that's what you hear. Now you can start hear the sharp metallic tone, still a bit quiet, so we're gonna bump it up to 70. Yeah, it's getting better. Sharp metallic tone, 75. Yeah, that's what we like about these sounds. So that's pretty good. We can put to 80. It's very, very sharp. Now let's try 85. See what happens. Now, when you start putting more, when you go over 80s, there seems to be too much sharp metallic tone, because the operators, the way the output level works is, if you go over 80, the modulation gets really intense. So it's very difficult to control the modulation over 80. So what we want to do is just bring down a little bit, so that they just got a nice sharp metallic tone, but not too much, but not too little. So as you can see from this screen, that we're going to set it to 78. But when you try making sound yourself, then what my recommendation is to try different output level setting for each operator and so forth. So you can go, you can go very, very to a low level, like 40 or something like that, or you can go to very higher level, like over 80, so it could be 90 and so forth, and then trying to see the difference that makes using a different, I guess, extreme parameter, and they try to find a sweet spot, and that's what we're doing here. What we want to do is find a sweet spot. You may think, oh, this may be too much, or this may be too little. Well, if you got other modulators, basically modulators, modulating at a single operator, so forth, you gotta try to find that optimum level of each operator. So it's kind of it's a lot of I guess fine tuning the different parameters, the output levels, and trying to find a sweet spot. Okay, so we set the operator 2 to 78. So this is what you hear. So now we have a really sharp attack tone. Okay, so we can move to the next operator, which is operator 4. Okay, so select operator 4, and now the operator 4 is basically generate the soft sustained tone. At the moment, when we listen at the sound carefully, seems to have too much sustained tone, so we want to make it softer. Now operator 4 is set at 89. Now we're gonna change that to, let's say, 85. That's 85. Now try that 80. Now that sustained sound is getting quieter, so what we're going to do is to push back to 85. Yeah, sorry, my DX7's my DX7's been my body since 1986, so it's been pressed those buttons so many times, so it's sometimes very slow to respond, but yeah, got the 85. So we're going to set it to operator 4 as 85. Alright. So now we're gonna move to, I think it's operator 5. At the moment, operator 5 is set at 99, and this is just too much hammer tones going, so we're gonna cut it down to 90. This is very similar thing that we did with the tube bells patch improvement. So we set the hammer tone level to about 90, and that gives a really nice hammer tone and sound. And we can control that the level of hammer tone using key velocity sensitivity later on. So this should be enough for. Okay. So now we're gonna move to operator 6. Now, operator 6. Again, operator 6 is used for generating soft, sawtooth sustained sound. Remember the operator 6 got the feedback loop, and its feedback is set at 6, and we're not really changing that, but we're gonna adjust the output level. So now at the moment it's set at 79, and this is still too much. You can hear a bit of like a sawtooth sustained tone, so we're gonna make it much softer. So at the moment 79, we're gonna cut it down to 75, and this is what you get. Still have that too much sawtooth like sound, so we're gonna cut it down to 70. Now it's getting better. Okay, so let's try 65. Yeah, that's much better. So it doesn't really necessarily have that sawtooth sustained tone. It's much softer in the mellow. Yeah. Okay. Now the key things to remember in this exercise that now, because we are using algorithm 13, and then we got operator 4, 5, 6 modulating operator 3, and then we got operator 4 and 6. It's pretty much doing the same thing. So we have to cut down one of them very, very low, and the other ones keep it high and soft to find optimum level. So if you got one modulator and one operator, don't necessarily have that problem, but you got two modulators modulating one carrier operator. In this situation, operator 3. So that's why we need to adjust operator 4 and 6 output level to make it bring down the sustained tone and make it softer. So that's what we did. So that's the trick or not the trick, but the tip that I can recommend it to you. So if you use algorithms that you got one carrier and it's a lot of modulators modulating the one carrier, you gotta make sure to check the output level of those modulator, and then make sure to find the right balance between modulation and not too little modulation but not too much modulation. Okay, so this is the electric piano sound at the moment. Now the last thing we're gonna do is to look at the key velocity sensitivity, and we're gonna make a fine adjustment. Right. So press buttons 28 and use operator select button to go to operator 5, because operator 5 at the moment has no key velocity sensitivity. So we just gonna focus on operator 5. Sorry. So as operator 5 has no key velocity sensitivity, we will set it to 3. Now this is what we did in the tube bells improvement. Now the reason we set the key velocity sensitivity is 3 is that we want to make sure that we can hear the hammer tone, very very soft hammer tone when you press key very very slow, but also we want to have a bit more hammer tone when you press the key faster. So key velocity sensitivity or 3 kind of gives that the I guess optimum level of sensitivity. So at the moment set it to 0, so we're going to set it to 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay. Now you can hear a little bit when you press the key really soft. You press the key faster and you can hear more hammer tone. So that's what we did. Change the operator 5's key velocity sensitivity. Now we have a new electric piano sound. So compared to the original sound, this one's now I noticed that it's quite different. What we did was to cut down those modulation that happening with that original electric piano sound when you press key faster. Because what we want to do is have a nice smooth chorus effect with this very soft sustained sound, so across that velocity range. So that's what we did. So if you press key faster, now soft, it still maintains the soft sustained tone, and it also still retains that nice chorus effect. So this is the original sound. And when you press it faster, you can hear more modulation with a sustained tone. And you cannot hear the sharp metallic tone or the hammer tone with the original one. But here, this is the new one we created. This is really, this kind of electric piano is really good for I guess live or that I'm not a really great keyboard player, but he can play nicely. This is going to be really good because it gives us really such a nice expression when you press harder, but the sustained tone is very smooth, soft, and the chorus effect is still there. So let's hear that key the sound from the low key. You can hear a really nice sharp metallic tone. Okay, so that's that. Now let's put the effects on it. So I'm gonna put the chorus on the reverb. Let's listen to that. Very nice. Press harder. This is what the DX7 is designed for. The sharp metallic tone when you press key harder. So it's just gonna cut through the mix. Then when you play softer, nice smooth chorus effect. Yeah, this is what the DX7 is designed for, giving the nice sharp metallic tone and the beautiful chorus effect. So I think what we did basically, I think we finished making the electric piano parts. So we can just quickly go over what we've done. So we changed the algorithm from 5 to 13. We created the hammer tone using operator 5, and adjusting its fixed frequency and envelope generator. We adjusted detune to give a smooth chorus effect. Just very beautiful. We adjusted keyboard rate scaling for operator 5 from 3 to 1. We adjusted up the level to have a balance of sharp and solid attack with a soft sustained tone. So this is the original one. It's got more modulation with the sustained sound, but the new ones, Power DX7 version, has got the very nice soft sustained tone. It's gonna cut through the mix. Alright. We set key velocity sensitivity for operator 5, so giving expressiveness to the new electric piano patch, so that gives a solid attack tone with a different velocity setting, with different key pressing speed. So I think that's it. I think that's about it. Yep. Please don't forget to subscribe. And if you haven't done so yet, and now I'm happy to take some questions if you have with the design of this new electric piano patch. We can do this live chat. Okay. Now we finished finished creating the new E.Piano Power DX7 version. If you have any questions with this new E.Piano, feel free to have a chat. Yeah. All right. So, what do you think, everyone? Do you like it? It's different to the original. You got questions, or if you like this sound, please let me know. Personally, I think I like this electric piano better because you can press harder and it's softer, and it gives a really great expressiveness while it sustains nice, soft, smooth, sustained tones, and it's got a sharp metallic tone depending on the key velocity and so forth. So I think we made a really great improvement to the original electric piano patch, and I think once you hear this sound and use it in your music and so forth, I think you can go back to the original one because this one's such a good, really good electric piano sound. That how good is that? Yeah, it's basically taking really advantage of that DX7 FM synthesis to create a sharp metallic tone. It's really good. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Questions? I hope you guys enjoyed making the new E.Piano patch. Yeah. it's gonna be something different. It's not the normal DX7 electric piano patch, which is okay for very very soft kind of if you use in a very very soft in the soft way, pressing key very slowly and so forth. But when you really need to have the sharp FM metallic tone put into your new music and so forth, I think this is gonna be the killer electric piano. Yeah, I'm proud of making this sound, and I'm just sharing with you guys, so you guys can use this electric piano patch in your live performance or your music recording. Yeah, feel free to use that, and make sure you spread the word that it's designed, this sound designed by Power DX7. So okay, so if you got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we can stop this live recording. We can finish it off. And also, I will be this live recording will be posted automatically on my channel, but I will post the video version that I already created, and it's gonna have a bilingual section. It's gonna have a subtitle as well. So if you're Japanese or then you can look at the Japanese text, and you can create that electric piano sound using the Japanese text. So this live recording will be automatically put in Power DX7 channel. I will also upload the original tutorial video with subtitle for Japanese, because I'm a bilingual person, so I can do that. So, alright. Okay. So you guys have any questions? Is that the electric piano parts that we created? Now, what you can do is that you can basically go through the process that we went through, and try a few different things. So, if you like to change feedback level, you can do that. Now, go to frequency ratio and try different frequency. And now we know that that's right. Trying different frequencies. You want to make sustained sound somewhat different. You can do that. You can try different chorus detune settings. If you want to have a different chorus effect, like really wow kind of effect, or wow that kind of effect. You probably don't need to change much on the envelope generators. Certainly you can try define the key velocity sensitivities for each operator, and as well as that the output level that can be easily changed to make a more thicker sound. If you want to have a more thicker, richer, sustained sound, you can increase that output level of operator phone 6. Yeah. Or if you say, I like the hammer tone, but I may not like that sharp metallic tone, then you can reduce that to low levels instead of operator 2 having 78. So you can cut it at low, say 70 or something like that. So you can try, there could be a few variations, but I think this electric piano gives you the basic kind of foundation that you can kind of branch out, try different settings. So if you have any questions, I missed this session, maybe next time. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's okay. Yep. The live video. Live video will be automatically uploaded by YouTube. Alright. There's a person missed on this session, but yeah, that's okay. Its live recording will be automatically uploaded, and I can upload that original tutorial video sometime next week, so that Japanese person, if you're Japanese, I'll make sure to have a Japanese subtitle, and you can create this electric piano following the Japanese instructions from that Japanese subtitle. Okay, so I think now we spend about 1 hour. Yeah, spot on. That's good. And so yeah, I think if you don't have any other questions, with this electric piano patch, I think we can stop the live recordings pretty much now. So I can stop there, and thank you very much for joining me with making this electric piano sound. And what I did was basically I took you guys through the process of making a new DX7 patch based on my knowledge and experience. So of going through the priority parameters, from algorithms to keyboard velocity sensitivity. It's generally basically I follow that path from button 1 to basically 32, that kind of process flow. And it's just going through each step, and it's sharing some tips and tricks that you can use to make a DX7 patch. So thank you very much for joining me this today, and now there's another session of excuse me, electric piano tutorials coming up. That's gonna be the fluting. So we're gonna go through similar exercise with a fluting electric piano patch, and we're gonna probably have a similar result, but that's what we're gonna do. So that could be next week or week after, depending on how many views I'm getting for this live session and the bilingual video tutorial. So thank you very much for joining me, and I'll stop the live recording. So see you next time. Thank you very much. See ya. Done. So, keys. Alright, that's done. Stop streaming.